Hello, my name is Ethan and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Keepers League 3.27. In this episode I'm going to be showing our build on a controller. Let's do maps. So it's pretty fun actually on a controller because you can play with a controller and it works pretty well actually when you just have to like press shrines and press that stuff, and then there's hotkeys basically for each thing, so you don't have to actually move a mouse. And our build works really well, and even our filter works really well since there's so little to pick up. And then you kind of just zoom around picking up shrines, and I'm gonna do a few maps. This is just getting the hang of it. I'm new. This part's pretty sick though, where it has hotkeys for the things, like I say, and then you just walk up to a shrine and click A, and if anything, it's easier to pick up the shrine on a controller than it is on mouse and keyboard, because you have to physically click a shrine that has monsters in front of it, and the monsters are being name locked, and then it's like impossible to fucking click a shrine when there's a monster there because you're just clicking on the monster. You usually have to like drag the monster away from the shrine a little bit if he's on top of the shrine, just so it's not on top of the shrine anymore, just so you can finally click on the shrine. I'm gonna do a few maps. This is just the beginning. I think I start the first one slow, and I'll do the next ones better. It's weird though that you have to do LTRT plus A. Instead of just V, it's a million buttons. Because I guess they already have such limited... Look at how many hotkeys there are. X, Y, A, B, R, S, L, T, R, T. You got the RS plus left on the D-pad. You got right D-pad, left D-pad, up D-pad, right right button, left button. It's just insane. Some of these combos I don't even know. But then yeah, in this you just run up and down to collect the gold. And then the portal, you just click that button. It's like the select button and A and then portal, and then you're just on the portal, and then you're just on the map device. Then you could just click X on this, and then you click RB and it just starts the map. And when you move down, then you select dunes. And now, like I say, I'll actually run this one better because that was just my first map. It's better, it's helpful when you have a strong build and you're just running the same map every time, and you're like setting them up in groups, and you're not worried about dying. Just thinking about my June there. It's like, how the hell do you do June on a controller actually? Acceleration Tron. Yeah, you mostly just want to stop in front of the shrine and click it, because it's in front of you for the selecting of stuff. Wow, 3 people. So how does this work? RB, this button. Out. RB. RB. That's not that bad. There's hotkeys for all of that too. I don't do hives. I don't know if I've mentioned that in a video, actually. Because, yeah, when people ask about my farm, actually, I skip hives, which is a bit weird since it's the league mechanic. But, yeah, it is what it is. Hive takes too long, not rewarding enough. It's kind of annoying. It's a maze. I think I run maps a little bit slower by a controller, but it's not much slower, and it's completely different because I'm not on a mouse and keyboard. Completely different feeling. Feels like a completely different game. Almost feels like I'm playing like a racing game on a controller. Even cooler, I don't even have to hold the acceleration button. Especially in the drifting racing games, like you're always just going full speed and then you're drifting anyways, so like when do you let go of the acceleration anyways? So nothing. What do we got? Green. I'll do the scarab. Scarab. Twice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get better at using this as well as I go. Get more used to it. Dude, it shows the boss HP. That's pretty cool. This button, to this button. That. There. And like, yeah, we already got a divine. Those boots. And then, like, I don't even worry about the inventory. I'll stash that stuff after. It's not even that bad to stash on a controller either. It's pretty similar to a mouse and keyboard. And it's funny that the shrines have names when you come up to them. They don't show like that on mouse and keyboard. So you actually know what a shrine is by the name. So I could do this, Syndicate. L stick. Left stick. How'd that not work? We did it? Oh, I released him. I meant to interrogate. Oops. It's supposed to be left button. New? I'm new. It's not a big deal. That's how you cancel. Okay. Ashling.
I know you want to kill me. I would too. But we are like the mythical Hydra. The Syndicate was in dire need of a shake-up anyway.
Not knowing about the buttons. We got Conqueror Dunes. I don't do research in the Syndicate. Fortress. Map sustaining. Easy T17. And what happens if you do this? Yes, you get pause and look at your inventory on this. Purchase item. I don't see nothing. The struggle for balance never ends. Give me it. I bought it. Oh, it shows in the menu even though I bought it. That's weird. But yeah, if you think about it for just a second, my inventory, I got a divine, and then like the 70C T17, and then whoops. That loading was the longest loading like I've had the entire season. That's actually crazy. Okay. Uh, uh, Next. Here we just spam run. Back to back to back chaining. And it might be a little bit slower, but it's not much slower, where it's actually pretty cool. Pretty nice and different. After so much playing. And then especially of doing the same thing, and then to maybe have a slightly better way of doing it, or slightly different, is actually kind of nice. Especially, it's kind of funny how easy it is to pick up the shrines, and you don't have to move the mouse. It's actually nice. I'm playing a racing game. I could totally see playing on this for a bit, and then swapping back to mouse and keyboard, and feeling so, like, refreshed after. My build's made for this. It was designed for this. Holy shit. This is actually good. Dude, the league mechanics made for it. I haven't tried the tree with it yet, but it's not even that bad. And then swapping back, you just have to log out, log back in basically, and then you have mouse and keyboard. You don't have to unplug anything. Like going to log in is pretty quick. I could do it right now, instant, and still play the same map on mouse and keyboard. So I'd say there's basically like no downside. Having hotkeys for those two without even having to move the mouse, bro, it makes you realize, couldn't the shrines have a hotkey on mouse and keyboard, but or would that be too OP? And like, couldn't a lot of this stuff have hotkeys, or would that be too OP? Because if they can have buttons for these on a controller, then you would assume that it's possible to be able to do it on mouse and keyboard and actually be able to like set them as buttons to use them for all these special functions. But I guess they're only keyboard specific, which seems like a waste. Because you have this cool functionality that is so amazing and people would use on a keyboard and mouse, because that's part of the, like, that was part of the benefit of a keyboard and mouse, was how you had a keyboard so you could have a ton of hotkeys and actually have the buttons for them. So that's like where it would actually fit even better to be able to set all the hotkeys for all the random stuff, because especially like you think of Warcraft custom games, and like the difference between a good player and a bad player was the person who used hotkeys. Even in League of Legends, it's like when you want to level up your abilities, you don't manually level them up, you use a hotkey. When you cast abilities, you don't click on the button and then click it on the enemy. You use a smart cast, you use hotkeys. Quick cast. Yeah. And then having the names above the shrines is actually pretty cool too. Doesn't seem that necessary, but like in that scenario, you couldn't see the shrine unless you were using the minimap the way I do it. And I also noticed some people don't play like the minimap like the way I showed you, and then it might be hard to see the purple dots on this top right minimap compared to the full map. Something I noticed, because some people didn't notice the purple dots when I asked them, and it's like, what, do they play on the tiny one so they didn't notice them? It's pretty funny. That's so weird, dude. I'm running through the map and it says there's 50 plus, and then as I'm running it goes down to 20. It's like, does it take time to update it or something? It's felt like that all season where sometimes I clear the map, I know all the monsters are dead, and then it takes time and the monsters finally update and it's like good thing I knew, or else I'd waste some time running around the map. League mechanics pretty sick though. And like I say, I've been skipping the hive, but maybe they buff it on the patch to where it's actually worth running. Because in the time that I could run one hive and not have and run a maze, I could run a bunch of maps and make more. So it made no sense to run the how do I forget how to how do I get out of here? This button. I forgot. It's funny that you have to press the exact button. Let's go again. We'll do one more. This one I'll go as fast as possible. It's completely different. I went for the shrines right away this time instead of skirting the outside to the boss. No, I actually got the acceleration first this time. And then now we're zooming. So this is fast map. Easy invitation. That's a lot of currency as well. You can actually see how much I've been making in this video. So I got the divine, I got the screaming invitation, and like it's almost pure profit. And think about when I drop an apothecary, which I've dropped 3, it's like, yeah, pure profit. This part's annoying. I have to like, okay, 110 evasion. Sure, dude. God damn, this is fast. Oh, and I've hit the divine altar 3 times. One of them I got 15D, so it's like pretty crazy. I think the other one was like 7D, and then one was 2D. So I'm at like 23D from divine altars or something. Easy memory influence map. Those are 22C. The screaming invitation was like 70. The T17s are like 70. So I made like a few div in this video, just running a few maps quick. It really is about how fast you could run the maps though. Especially then I get to also do the tree, open the things, which I'm gonna check if the tree's better on a controller. Okay, so we press this, portal, we're out. And then, let's see here. Whoops. Is it impossible to click on the waypoint from my... Okay. I will have to... Yeah, this is how you could do this. You just click on the screen and then now you can log in normally and it's easy. So there's a couple scuff things. Like if I have the waypoint there, then I can't if I put the stash over, then the waypoint over, maybe it'll work, but either way. I'm not gonna probably bother you with the tree that much. It's mostly just... Oh, I have enough, okay. I was worried that I didn't have the currencies to do it. 20C, 30 scouring, twice, and then all.